Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how I personally bind books from scratch. So what I've got here is two little clamps that you can get pretty cheap, especially cheap when they're not yours. And then I've got some corkboard placemats, just two of them, and this is to stop the paper from getting indented by the vices, obviously, because these are little clamp vices. And what I do is I'll take about 4 of these clamps so that there's even pressure over the whole thing. Sometimes it can be a little pesky. These things take a little while to wind. I might actually use a different clamp. I think I'll use this clamp because it's closer to being closed. But I'll take 4 of these little clamps and I'll clamp all the pages of the book that I've written between the two cork boards. This book took me, I think, about a year to write. I started in January and it's currently December, and I hand wrote this book. It's not like a printing press book that you just sort of pay to get it published. I wrote each page individually by hand. And then I'm just going to clamp this together. I probably don't need 5 clamps, but I've got 5 here just in case. I clamp it together, and then what I've gone ahead and done is bought this white craft glue. You'd probably use this or just like PVA. Any glue really works. You could do super glue if you really wanted to, and it would be just fine. But I'm going to go ahead and just clamp this together real quick. Now normally I would use like a disposable paintbrush to sort of paint the glue on, but you can really just sort of dip your finger in it and rub it along. It does the same effect, and it doesn't cost as much and doesn't waste an unnecessary paintbrush. You can go through a lot of paintbrushes just from gluing them, and then you sit them down, you forget that you covered them in glue, or you do even wash them, but there's still glue left in them, and then they seal up, and it's a bit of a pain. Oh no, I've forgotten which way is the front. Which way is the oh, come on, don't make me do this. Do I have to take the whole thing off again just to see? 1 second. Let me see. Oh, I can't see. Sometimes, if you're very unlucky, you record a video and then you completely forget which corner of the book needs gluing. You do not want to glue this thing the wrong way. Okay, based on which way the writing is written, it's this side. This is the side that needs gluing. I should have remembered that I color-coded it with the red and orange being the side that you're supposed to glue, because it's absolutely no fun if you have everything set up and then you accidentally put the glue on the wrong side, and then everyone has to read the book turning the pages backwards the wrong way. That is no fun, unless the book's in Hebrew or Arabic or another language that goes back the other way, which this one partially is. But once we've got that done, we've got to make sure that there's no little bulge in the middle, because sometimes it looks like it's fine because you've got it clamped down on all 4 corners, but there's like a little bulge in the middle where there's less pressure, and that can cause it to unevenly bind. And if that happens, it's just, well, it's a little frustrating once the glue has set and the pages sort of crease up and out, and it's not fun for anyone. Oh, come on, this is not the right clamp. Well, I'm just going to have to deal with that. Maybe I'll sit some heavy weights on it. I'm just going to go ahead and take this PVA glue, or craft glue, whatever it is. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Wood glue that dries quickly. That'll do. I'm not sure if this is open. I sure hope it hasn't sealed shut. Nope, it hasn't. I just haven't taken the top out yet. This is a new one. It was only like $12, I think, for this whole entire tub of... Wait, no, it was less than that. It was $5.50. I remember I got the cheaper one. So $5.50, about half a ream's worth of paper, and I just sort of drizzle the glue along the top like so. Not too generous because we don't really actually need that much glue. I actually do it in layers, so I'll do multiple layers of different glue. If you're being fancy, you can put like a string rope across there and get it all nice, but that's really not that necessary. Now I'm just going to take a piece of paper from this schematic diagram drawn by someone other than me, and I'm going to rip a corner out of the paper, and I'm just going to drag the glue across to fill all the gaps. You've got to try and make sure... Oh dear, don't want glue on the carpet. That's no fun. You've got to try and fill in all the gaps, but also you have to remember not to accidentally let glue get in the cork board. Otherwise these cork things that are just supposed to temporarily hold it together are going to fill up with glue, and then when you take the clamp off you're going to have an unwanted hardcover already attached to the book. And since I have put this particular book, the last one I did have grace paper, which is like pages that you put that are just blank at the beginning and at the end, but this one I've just sort of put them all together without the grace pages just to see how it goes. So there's no second chances here. Now we want the glue to sort of soak into all the gaps. So as you can see, I've already done one layer. I'm going to put a second layer now. We have to do this before the first layer sort of fully sets. We want to have another set of glue sort of in there. And you also don't want it to get in the edges at the top and bottom, because if it does get in the edges at the top and bottom, then what's going to happen is the book won't open because it'll be sealed from top to bottom, unless you've got some saucy secrets in there, in which case maybe you want it to be sealed so that only someone in like a long time away from now, when you're long gone, will find it. Oh, there we go. It's coming along. Also got to be careful not to get pollutants in. As you can see there, I've just gotten a carpet strand of hair inside the book, and that's going to be there permanently if we don't scratch it out right now. And go ahead and scratch it away. Come on. Yeah, shoo. Bad hair. There we go. You don't need a brush, just a piece of ripped paper. Again, saves a lot of money as opposed to buying a fancy gluing brush. It's just a meticulous artsy waste. Unless you like that sort of thing, in which case it's not a waste. If it brings you some kind of happiness. Anyway, once you're done with your little book painting Bob Rossing, you just sort of let it dry. And if you want, you can have like a special little cover. If you've got a piece of cardboard, you can stick a cardboard strip along here to sort of keep it bound. But I generally just like to perfect bind it just with glue, and that's it. And I'll wait for this to set, and then I'll repaint it, and I'll wait for it to set, and I'll repaint it. And I'll do that a couple of times until it's sort of fairly well sturdy, and then I'll let it set. Probably I'll put this down here, and then I'll take the clamps off once it's fully welded, and I'll put a huge big weight on top of this on a flat surface, and I'll just sort of squish it all into place, and then you're done. I'm not going to be bothered making a second video to skip to the point where I show you that it's done. Just sort of imagine it's a bunch of paper stuck together, and that's how you bind a book at home by yourself when the publishing company denies you. No, just kidding, that didn't happen to me, but if it denies you, you can totally just go and do this. It's a lot slower, and I must admit that taking 12 months to write what appears to be only like a 150 to 200 page book is a lot of effort compared to just printing it on the computer and then hitting the little print button or the little publish button. But there's some sort of a satisfaction in writing each page by hand, so that's why I did it. Have an excellent day. Goodbye.